going on, Vintage Breaks family? It's what Jolly G, Vintage Breaks West for our weekend edition of the show. Not weekend, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Wednesday edition of the show. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, fun, and exciting week. We're halfway there, halfway to the weekend. Get everybody a few minutes here to get on. Take a look here. I think I've got a couple things I can break that you guys bought during the event weekend. Yes, Oreo. You just had dinner. Literally just had dinner. I know. You're so hungry already? What's going on, everybody? We got a few people coming on into the chat. Looks like we got a break here for Al Sutherland we could do. A little 82 Topps football action happening. 1982. Hey, shh. Shh. Oreo baby. Let's see if we can start off the show with a little LT rookie action. First, we'll get Oreo his very favorite treats. If you ever want to sponsor the show or send Oreo a treat, you don't need to send me anything, just send Oreo some treats. He loves these sweet potato sticks. They're an absolute must for him. Alright, Al. I've got 2 packs here for you. I do have one extra 82 pack available. Somebody else wants to go LT hunting. Give me a second here to get this all set up. That, that's that, and we're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Pair of nice 1982 packs here for Al. Good luck, Al. Let's find yourself an LT. Oh my goodness. All right, we've got the Redskins leaders, Mr. Washington. Oh man. Washington, Murphy, Mr. Art Monk, and Perry Brooks. Got a couple good players on there. We'll put a card saver up in this guy. The wax side, yeah, this is the wax side. So there's sort of some wax on there for you, Mr. Al. Lots of ways to get that off. All right, King Green, Thielman, Todd Jackson. I wish the center would improve. Simonia, Stan White, Freeman, McNeil. We got the Steelers leaders with Belmont, Jack Lambert, Franco Harris, Stallworth, and Gary Dunn. Card saver that up for the Franco. Oh, apparently I only picked up half the stack. Or, oh, no, wait, Jack Hose. These are the ones I already looked at. Al Brown, Charles Alexander, Steve Bartowski in action. Stanley Morgan. We've got Billy Sims. It's our sticker. Man, there's something the gum in this pack that's making my nose itch. Mr. White, Simone, Tom Jackson, Thalman, and Green. I guess we already saw the front back. Well, Stanley Morgan, weird. Bartowski, Alexander, Baker, Blount, James, and Holmes. Okay, that was the first pack. Here's your second pack. We are not allowed to get sick this close to vacation time. So hopefully this is just a little temporary sneezeroo. Alright, Mark Lee. Craig Morton. Lowry. We got the team leaders for the Broncos. Rick Pirates, Steve Foley, Steve Watson, and Rulon Jones. Darrell Harris. Ozzie Newsome in action. Card saver Ozzie here in a second. Kevin House. Monte Jackson. Ken Anderson. How about a little Joe Montana action on the phone there, calling Domino's for pizza. Real quick out there on the field. Centering is a little bit off east to west and north to south, but still a Joe Montana. While we're at it, we'll go ahead and card serve up Mr. Newsome. Pack here, Mr. Owati, Tony Collins, Jr., Blair, Murray, and Edwards. All right, Mr. Al, that was your pair of 82 packs. Unfortunately, no LT rookie in those. Who do we got out there watching tonight, guys? There's 3 people, but nobody said anything in chat. All right, next up here, I believe Danny Casbeer. I've got a couple Series 1 boxes for you. I do right here. 16496. 2 blaster boxes for you, sir. Okay. Switch baseball and mini decades. Spring training card, Mr. Verlander. Got it. Reds, Olsen, Webb, Chapman, Rano, Lupon, Green, Keller, Freeman, Pepo, Molina, and Julio Rodriguez. Next, we've got Mr. Reynolds rookie. Cal, Machado, Noel, Guile, Brooks Lee, Talon, Bliss, Red Sox, Neto. We've got the Red Sox sand foil, or whatever they're calling that. Gunner. Gilbert in the Cactus League Spring Training. Reds Abbott. Paul Skeens, Norby, CES, Rizzo, Yamamoto, Naylor, Corbin Carroll, Seth Lugo, Lars Nootbaar, George Brett, and Christian Yelich. Schwaba, Hovich, Stansby Swanson, Stanton, Rays, Yoshida, Tyrone Taylor, Loss, Scooble, Whitcomb, Jimenez, and Dylan Cruz. Got another Cactus League, Justin Orblowski. However you pronounce that, I'm sure I am butchering it. Jarvis, Carter, Twinsies, O'Hearn, Giano, Cruz, Castro, Bassett, Zebby Matthews, and throwback, and Corbin Carroll. 2 more packs to go in this blast. Dingler. He hits dingers. Sure he's tired of hearing that joke. And Trouty. Alright, last pack. First blast box. We've got another Cactus League. Pena. Oops. Jacques Peterson. Vinny P. See? Leon Soler. Alcantara. Boski again. Pena. Wheeler. Mena. Got Corbin Carroll and Bryce Harper to round out that box. Alright, next box here. Jeffers, Irvin, DeClaire, Mullins, Alvarez, Moore, Warren, Padar, Huntress, Anthony Volpe. We've got a Freddie Freeman, Sand Foil, Mini Diamond, something or other. Freddie Freeman. Alright, got some people in chat here. Somebody say hello. There we go. We got the Grapefruit League one. Royce Lewis. Let's get some chat rolling. Hey, Talkman, Chisholm Jr., Rocio, Brian, Date, La Cruz, Pete Armstrong, Ripken, and Jordan Alvarez. Yelly. Garcia, Phillies, Jackson Holland, Nico, Diaz, Locklear, Kloss, Steer, Marsh, and Lubob. Hey, there's Danny Casmere. Oh shoot, this is for you, Danny. This is what I'm opening. Shoot, I forgot to change what was on the screen. So far, so far, nothing to report out of these 2 boxes, man. Now that you're here, hopefully we'll hit something big. You got another Cactus League. Mr. Taylor, Ciani, Bush, Raffaella, Braves, Gunner, Rooker, Spencer, Martinez, Gray, Pete Alonso, and Correa. And so, Mr. Spellman, Danny, and Jeff, how's your week going? Going well, I hope. Trouty, Bobby Witt, Burleson, Jace Jung, Ryan, Varsho, Green, Haniger, Baltimore Orioles, Suarez, and Vladdy. Next week, basically a week from today. Iglesias, Hap, Nemo, Chanel, Reds, Butler, Sanchez, Diaz, Freddie Freeman, Peppett, Wyatt Langford, and Corey Seager. Last pack here for you, Danny. Now we've got a couple people in here. Oh, good. We got a numbered card coming up, one of the 2025s. Olsen, Webb, Reynolds, Control, Fairbanks, Dodges, Crawford, Kobe Mayo, Red Sox, Neto. That's a good one. Mr. Martinez, 2025. Oops, forgot the pity sleeve. Still warming up for the night. Still warming up for the night. So it's going to be Martinez to 619. So good birthday one. 619, 2025. Yeah, it's a good one. Angel Martinez for the Indians. Where's Arnie at? He'd like that. And then James Wood, also another good one to in the boxes off with. Very nice. Very nice. All right, guys. So now we got a few people in here watching and listening, chatting it up. We'll go over what we have on tap this evening. As always, we've got the 20 at 50 happening for a $1,000 briefcase. All sorts of fun and exciting prizes you can get out of those. And what's up, Mr. Scott? I don't recognize your name, but welcome to Vintage Breaks West. So we got the 2050 for briefcases. We've got the 12 at 100 top three winner prize. First place gets that really nice looking 72 Clemente I've got up on the screen. Nicely centered. Corners look relatively square. Nice little top prize there. 12 at 100. Second place will get a briefcase. Third place will get a 1986 Fleer basketball set break spot. The set break that is $49.95. You're very welcome, Mr. Casimir. Otherwise, I've got 2025 Series 1 blasters. I've got baseball blasters. I've got 2024 Chrome football blasters. I've got 2024 Panini Prospect Edition boxes, guaranteed 6 autos out of that product. Then I've also got the Panini Prism Football Blaster Mega boxes. And then I've got a little assortment of 80s and 90s wax happening. I've got 82 Fleer, 82 Donners, 84 Donners, 90 Leaf, all baseball. And then I also have one pack of 82 football left. I do not have any 86 Topps football. They did not send me any. I might have some this weekend, but because I'm going to be on vacation for the next couple weeks, I know they're trying to not send me any inventory that'll sit here for 2 weeks unbreakable, so. I also do not have Heritage because Topps couldn't get us our order early enough so they could ship me some for today. So I should have that for the weekend. So we can offer up a little special here. Let's go. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. The next person that spends $100 in cashola on the site, I will hook you up with a 76 football set break spot. Plus you get spots and everything else that's going on. 76 football spot for the next person to spend $100 in cash. Cash money. Otherwise, what's going on with you guys? What is new and exciting? I do have this little nugget to share with you guys. This came from the Reddit baseball card group. I thought this was funny. It basically describes most eBay buyers. This guy started a return for a card he bought from an eBayer, and then he requested in his return, his comments were, I cannot move this at any of my card shows this weekend and last, not liquid. I apologize for the inconvenience. Ultimate business model right there. You get cards off eBay. You try to sell them in a week or two, make money, profit. You can't make a profit in a couple weeks. You just return it on eBay. So you it's an infinite money glitch. It's ridiculous. People on eBay. Oh, you saw that, Jeff? Yeah. I just had to save that and share with you guys. It's like this reason number 8,542. I've slowly but surely. The only thing I sell on eBay anymore is slab cards that are slightly higher end, because there's just so many scumbags out there. Or I'll sell a card for 20 or 30% under market just to sell to somebody I know that's not going to give me trouble, like one of the Vintage Breakers or some of the other people in some of the other breaking groups I'm in. What's up, Mr. Toyfoya? I did have dinner with Joseph last Saturday. It's only been Saturday. Had ourselves a little pizza, little beer. Was out here for spring training. It's always awesome to hang out with some vintage breakers. Was the drive back uneventful, Joseph? Hopefully it was a little bit smoother than the drive out. The X-Men box. Good question. Let's take a look. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I can check. It is a pretty cool rip, for sure. So a box is $250, Mr. Scott. There's a link right there to it on the website. $250 if you want to pick up one of those. Let's see here. Instead of the 76 football spot, I can. If you get one of those, I can get you a 55 Topps All-American Football set break spot. If you want to do an X-Men, get you a set spot for $37.50. Added on. Plus, you'll get a couple spots in the 2050 and the 12 and a Hyundai. Hey, what's up, Mr. Kaufman? That's right. Tomorrow, the Cubs resume the season. Unfortunately, they're kind of starting a little behind 0-2 with that poor showing in Japan. But yes, baseball's back, baby. Ride home with smooth sailing, awesome. Yeah, no problem, Scott. Chew on it, have yourself an adult beverage, a little snack. What else is going on? Hey, what's up, Donald? Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I don't know if I've seen you for a little bit, Donald. Hope all is well with you. That's right. You've been keeping it up. Good job, Mr. Spellman. That's a tough thing to do, not have a drink for that long. Even with as little as I drink, I think I might struggle with that for 45 days. Alright, there we go. All packaged up, ready to go. Take a quick look-see and see if anybody has made a purchase. Nothing quite yet. That's alright. So did anybody have any success in the REA auction that ended this last Sunday? Let's see here. Let's talk about some of these things on REA. Unfortunately, Jeff, I do remember you mentioning that. And it disturbs me to this very day. Thank you for reminding me. Alright. So let's take a look-see at the REA auction here. So first we'll go through the things that I was watching, keep my eye on, thinking I might be before. So this one is one that you guys know I'm looking for. This is one of my cards I'm going to try to pick up at Nationals this year. This is SGC 348 Jackie Robinson. With the juice, went for 10 grand. Wait a second, what happened here? Hold on. I did something. I screwed something up here. There we go. So this is 48 leaf Jackie Robinson sold for 10 grand. One of the cards I'm trying to target for Nationals. I stopped bidding on this well before 10 grand because it's just a dirty card. Like, the card is just not. You've got all this kind of whatever surface muck on it. It's probably a bargain for a 3, but I just couldn't get over how dirty the card is. I'd rather get a 1 or a 2 that's got better color than this. Actually, let's see what kind of deal that is. Go over to my favorite website, vcp.com. 1948 leaf Jackie. Oops, I timed 1040. There we go. So that seems to be roughly market for a 3. But see how this 3... So this 3 sold February this year for 10 grand, for about roughly the same price. But... Well, it's hard for you guys to see, but much yellow... I mean, you could, just a much nicer, cleaner looking card for 10 grand. Much nicer looking card. Yeah, again, this is sold for 9.5. A lot dirtier card. So it's not all about the grade. You got the eye appeal, man. Eye appeal. We talk about it over and over here. No, I hadn't yet, Brandon. I can break those here in just a moment, if you don't mind, after we kind of talk about the RA auction real quick. It's like here, I think this, so this is a T206 Ty Cobb. Another card I'd like to have, probably low in my priority list for buying for my personal collection, but something I would like to have one day. This is a 2, but a very high eye appeal 2. Very nice centering, very clean. No obvious creases or really anything messed up. A little bit of foxing. Oh, you can't see, sorry. Really well centered, clean. Just a little bit of foxing here. And then the back is like rubbed. It looks like a little paper loss on the back. This is a perfect example of a 2 or a low grade high eye appeal card. So I think this is a little bit high for a 2 if you look at it purely from a number standpoint. But this front is, to me, looks like a 4 or 5. So I think this is a good price for this card. Scott, this is REA, Robert Edwards Auctions. It's one of the big auction houses out there. Just look for bid.collectrea.com. Another one, I think this was a bargain, again, for this particular SGC3 Willie Mays. $4,700 with the juice. For a Mays, really well centered. A beautiful image, color. Again, no obvious creases, damages, anything. Or just a really good looking 52 for Mr. Mays. The back's really off center. I'm not entirely sure why it's a 3, but I think that's a good one. I would like to get a mantle for my set, but this one's pretty beat up for $2,600, but it's a second year mantle. Depending on whether you consider the 51 Bowman a mantle or a rookie, whatever. So this is actually a pretty good price, I thought, for $2,650. It's got, it looks like maybe some water damage in this bottom right-hand corner. Like we've discussed on the show so many times with the 53 top set, the color-blocked corner is almost always got chipping and rounding on it for whatever reason. But then it's also got this here. Yeah, this has got this like crease and stripe action across it, which is no good. But again, considering a PSA 252 mantle goes for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, a second year 2 for $2,650 is a pretty good deal. This was the one thing that I really wanted in the auction. Scott, you might be new to the West. I'm a huge Cubs fan. Love the pre-war Cubs stuff. This is a 1907 Cubs postcard team card, a version I had never seen before. I bid this up over $300 personally, which is, I think, the most I've ever paid for a postcard for Cubs. And it doesn't have a cool story on the back. Because most of the time when I buy postcards, I buy it with some sort of somebody's inscription on the back. This sold for $750 with the juice. It is super cool. I've never seen that one before. So I didn't realize it would sell super high. These T206s are really nothing terribly interesting to talk about. I was just looking at them for lots. Another Cubs postcard. This one's a fairly common one. This one went for $132. It's a later, less interesting year, 1916. This is probably an okay deal. I still don't have a Satchel Paige exhibit in my personal collection. But I'm also trying to be a good boy for Nationals. But this has got a pretty nasty bottom left, bottom right corners. The image has got some, it's a fairly easy card to find. $450. It's probably a reasonable price for that. This I was watching. Don Newcomb's not currently on my radar to collect or gather, but I just couldn't pass up watching this one just for how clean it is. It's an SGC6, super well centered, just a great image for a 1950 Bowman, Donnie Newcomb. It went for a little higher than what it's in theory worth on VCP, but I think it'd be really tough to find a better example. Uh, without super trying to analyze it, I'm not sure why it's only a 6, but that's still for $200. So if you were a Newcomb collector or an early Brooklyn collector, Dodgers collector, that would have been a great buy, I think, for whoever got that. I did not win anything from this auction, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I mean, it's just nothing ended up selling for what I wanted. Like this mini Minoso, I'm still looking to get a nice high grade 52 Minoso for my collection. I don't have this card at all yet. I'd like to see something in a 6 or 7, but I was just watching this for fun because this is a good, this is a card that's always off center, super far. So this is actually pretty well centered for this particular example. But for $390, it's way higher than what they have been selling for. I actually have this card, so I was just watching for funsies. I don't think this is a very good example of a 7 because it's got this line across it in here too. These are not actual in the print. This is a print defect of this card, and it's got that smudge. But this still sold for just under $400. I know years ago I started collecting Mini Minoso and Monty Irvin cards because they're so incredibly undervalued. I think I bought this card at a 7 at Nationals a couple years back for like $150. Another one for my Hank Aaron series that I'd like to get. These Johnson Cookies ones are tough to find in good shape. Really high grade, high eye appeal PSA 2. It is crease of center, which is fairly common for these because they're tall boys. But the crease doesn't really attract for that eye appeal, in my opinion, on this one. It's got some other stuff happening. $2,100 is about market for that. Banks just watched for funsies. Nothing else down here terribly interesting. I'd like to get a Satchel Paige auto in my collection, and I thought this was just a really nice image of Satchel, in the early Indians uniform, but I couldn't quite justify paying $1,600 for the juice for it. But definitely, I think this is a good deal for whoever bought it. Beautiful, beautiful thing. And there's some cool sealed stuff that I was looking at but didn't buy. Also, this is incredible. You guys can see this. 89 Donruss case. $630. I remember when I could buy cases for this, and this was that long ago, for like $200. This is $630 with the juice, plus, probably another $50-$60 of the shipping, so you're probably at $700+ at the end of the rainbow for 20 boxes of 89 Donruss. Is ridiculous. But $89 is popular now. So yeah, lots of cool stuff happened at that auction. Lots of very cool stuff. Let's see here. All right, Mr. Brandon wants packs 3 and 5 of 82 Fleer. Yep, I've got 3. Man, you were able to count those on the screen? Yeah, I've got... you said it was 82 Fleer, right? Yeah, 3 and 5. Charles, do you see? I didn't see that you. I did not see that you want to Phil Rizzuto on the North Show today. That's awesome. I think somebody asked about a 48 Leaf. Somewhere in the chat. Oh, yeah, Chris Brown asks, how difficult is finding a raw 48 Leaf Jackson, 48 Jackie Robinson they're out there, but at that price point, yeah, I've looked at enough cards where I'm pretty confident I could tell the difference between a fake and a real one. But if I'm going to drop, so my budget for, if I were to buy a 48 Jackie at the Nationals, it's probably close to $10,000. For that price, I'm not going to risk it on a raw card. Yeah, you probably pick up a raw card for a few $1,000s less. But I would personally rather buy a pre-graded card. Let's see. There's Brandon's order. All right, let's see if we can find ourselves a Ripken here. All right. Ripken time, Ripken time. Here we go. Good luck. Oh, you won as part of the like the big event weekend. Awesome. Yeah, we give away. I mean, you guys know how we do. We give away a lot of great stuff on event weeks. All right, here we go. Nice little Pirates. I do like the old Pirates logo and uniforms. I kind of wish they'd bring those back as a thing. All right, we've got Mr. Herr. Sorry, let me. Things are. There we go. Mr. Herr. Pastor. Jason Thompson. Jerry Martin. Armas. Kemp. Barker. Jack Morris. Boschetti. Billy Sample. It's a little Sutter action. Concepcion. Brad Mills. Wallace Johnson and Sambito. Alright. Let's see if we can do better here. Yeah, I mean, I think a 55 Rizzuto should be graded regardless of, you know, what it'd come back at. It's the kind of card you should grade. Let's see, we got the Cardinals logo. Nice little classic sticker right there. Stuck to that? No. Leonard. West meets East. Venezuela and Valenzuela. Jeez. Thinking Venezuela. Valenzuela and Carter. Rinky. Sakata. Portera. Zarda. Perfect game. Barker and Diaz. That was just fuzz. Phillies finest Schmidt, Smith, and Carlton. Nice little trio card. Rick Wise. Splitteroff. Frank White. Asselstein. Very unfortunate last name. Larry Bittner. Stewart. And Roger Eckerson. Unfortunately, no Rick. And the few star cards that were in there were not very well centered. $16,533. Baseball for Mr. Brandon. I do have a few more 82 packs. 82 Fleer, and I do have 2 82 Donruses available if you want to try again for Mr. Ripken. Also, we're still looking for that first Cash-Ola dip of the night. Spend $100. I'll find my mouse. Not sure what's going on with my screens here. You spend $100, you'll get yourself a 76 Topps football separate spot. If you pick up a X-Men Finest, we'll offer this up to anybody. You'll get yourself a 55 Topps All-American separate spot. little upgrade action there if you go to that product. So I think we talked about this last week. That Paul Skeens 1/1 rookie debut patch sold for $1.11 million. So $1,111,000. So let's just take a quick look see. So at REA auction, the kind of the well, I should say the premier items, the featured lots are always on the first page. They put that ahead of everything else. So let's take a quick look see here. So for $1.1 million, would you rather have the Paul Skeens 1/1 rookie debut patch, or would you rather have a 52 top Mickey Mantle PSA 4, a 52 Mantle SGC 3, a Honus Wagner PSA 3 1910 E90, a PSA 8 62 Mantle, Honus Wagner Cracker Jack, Jackie Robinson 48 Leaf, a Gowdy Ruth, a Luger Gowdy, a Buck Ewing, Walking Hands, very rare version of Old Judge, a Josh Clark, a green Ty Cobb, a red Ty Cobb, another red Ty Cobb, two bat off-shoulder Ty Cobbs, a bat on-shoulder Ty Cobb, etc., 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 etc. I mean, we're on page 3, and we've barely cracked a couple $100,000. I mean, we've probably spent $400,000 and we finally got to like the regular auction lots in this auction. Let's see here. 160, 240, 260, 270, 280, 290, $300,000. $310, $320, $330, $340, $350, $360, $370, $380, $390, $400,000, $410, $420, $430. See, you buy the first 48 most expensive items that sold at RE's last auction, it'd be under $500,000. They didn't. They had some sealed stuff. I'm not sure if they've got that as a category anymore. Actually, all their interesting sealed stuff's BBCE. So 82 Fleer box 270 or 240, 89. 80 vending for 2100, 86, $130. I think these 86 packs are going to go up in value pretty high, just given the. I just opened Brandon's 2 Fleer packs, so we're good with Brandon. So 79 football, grocery packs, little basketball, then some non-sports stuff. There wasn't terribly much in this auction. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. square up my inventory here for the couple things we've broken already tonight. Yeah. One of those. All right. Paperwork is all caught up now. All right. There's also a Love of the Game auction in progress. I believe it ends week and a half. 2 weeks. So be sure to check that out. Love of the Game, as always, we'll have a recap after it closes. Yeah, it ends on April 5th. So I'm gonna have to place some bids before I skedaddle out of the country, because there are a few things that I'd really like to have in this auction as well. But I probably won't bid very crazy on it, because I want to have a good cash-ola situation in the bank for Nationals. Hey, Charlie, I don't see the 82 football on the site. Well, I could fix that for you, Mr. Allen. Give me just a moment. Okay, that one pack should show up here momentarily, Mr. Allen. Just so you're clear on what I've got available, I've got 182 football pack, 382 Fleers, 282 Donnerses, 484 Donnerses, and 390 Leafs. I've got this one bug flying around my office that is driving me a little bananas. Also, what's up with the heat out here? We hit 96 degrees on Monday here. I think today we hit 91. Yes, it's currently 91 degrees. And that was 91 an hour ago, but my phone hasn't updated. But yeah, that was 6 o'clock. It was 91 degrees here. Yeah, I can check those order numbers out for you. If I've got it, I'll break it. 16471, 16508, and 16552. Let's take a look. 16. Okay, it's not new. 16. Not new. 16552. Okay. 16471. Huh. 16471. Alright, looks like 16471. Yeah. Let me get that link here for you. It has not updated on the website yet. says there's one available. Sometimes it takes a minute for the website to update. Let's give it a minute. We'll let that update while I look for these orders for Mr. Allen. It looks like your order 16471 broke on the 23rd. 16471 broke on the 23rd. That was 2 blaster boxes. Baseball, not the football. Okay, so that order looks like that was done. We'll look at 16508. 16508. Oh, there we go. Okay, 16508. You have 4 boxes. 4 blaster boxes need to be broken. All right, I do have 4. So 16508-S1. 16508 S1 24. Oops, this is 25. Series 1. Last times 4. Okay, we could break that one. And then 16552. And 16552 is 1 blaster box. So I will have 1 blaster box remaining after I break these 5 boxes for you, Al. Which blaster box do you not want, Al? Hey, what's up, Mr. Stevie Garrett? All right, so you want to leave number 6 behind. How are you doing, Steven? Been a hot minute. Hope you and the family are doing well. Yeah, those boxes are heavy and big to ship. Definitely a big shipping bill. Oh, man, getting the flu. You know, there's something going around the office maybe about a month ago. That was not good. All right, here we go. Mr. Al. Got 5 boxes coming your way. Excuse me. All right, we got the Grapefruit League, Nacho. I hope Nacho has a great career just because of his name. Garcia, Yelich, Garcia, Henderson, Green, Keller, Orioles, Suarez. We got a Luis Castro purple. We got ourselves some color. This is out of number 250 of 250. Yeah, man, shipping's gotten. I mean, it costs like $10 to send a a little box these days. Luis Castillo in the purple sand to 250. Arenado and Julio Rodriguez. I don't know how many pounds it is, but yeah, those things are big. Luis Garcia, Taylor, Siani, Orion, Varsho, Bliss, Freeman, Peppett, the Red Sox in the regular sand variation, and Gunner. Good boy. Okay. There's the Cactus Leaf. Bush, Trouty, Bobby Witto, Sanchez, Fairbanks, Naylor, Carroll, Red Sox, Neto, Ella De La Cruz, and Yelich. Burleson, Joe, Hap, Nemo, Carthy, Will Smith, Boss, Scooble, Lugo, Lars Newport, and Dylan Cruz. Mr. Connor Cactus League, or no, that's the Grapefruit League. Chenul, Reds, Olson, Webb, Cavadas, Giano, Dylan Cruz, Whitcomb, Eloy Jimenez, Scooble, and Corbin Carroll. Mr. Reynolds, Pella, Machado, Noel, Hop, Hermit, Fetty, Verlander, Gilbert, Castro, Bassett, and Trout. Cactus League Dunn rookie. Abbott, Skeens, Norby, Matthews, Cassis, Peterson, Obrowski, Pena, Stevenson, a little Raffy D, and Bryce Harper action. End of the first blaster. Next one. Oreo's good. He's over here taking a nap. We'll turn on the Oreo cam here in a minute after we finish this break. Haim, Newtbar, Whitcomb, a little Eloy Jimenez, and Mookie. That's okay, Donald. You will not receive any points off your permanent record for missing a few shows. We all are busy and have things to do that come up, and can't be here for every show. It's okay. Corey Seager and Lindor. It's always nice to have you guys here, though. It's chat with me. Of course, as soon as I say, yeah, Ori's laying in his bed, he gets up and leaves. Paul Skeens, Norby, CES, Schwarber, Clement, Hamilton, Gilbert, Grabowski again. Bassett. Witto. Joe Adele. Povich. Swanson. Carlos Stanton. Marte. Ella de la Cruz. Pena. Wu. Stevenson. Wheeler. That's a Ted Williams throwback one. I'm not sure if I've seen that one before. And Acuna. Acuna Matata. Yes, Oreo. Oreo will be with Pete the Pug and Ruby the Rhodesian Redback. Or whatever. Pete and Ruby. Darvish. Dingler. Vaughn. The Judge. Nacho. Brennan and Juan Soto. Aaron Rodgers just needs to retire. He just needs to chill. He's just going to continue to ruin his reputation and career. Ernie Banks and Chapman. Yeah, Rodgers is done. He's washed up. He's just done. He just needs to realize it. Leon, Dunn, Toglia, Bogarts, Kowser, Blackman, Estrada, and the Judge to end out that box. All right, let's we'll move these commons off to the side here. Yeah, exactly. He could have ended his career on a high note. But then he went to go play for the Jets. And naturally, he just blamed everyone else. That, you know, it wasn't his fault they were doing bad, and yada, yada, yada. Maybe there's some truth to that, but... I just needs to chill. Just retire, dude. Alright, we got Diaz, Grapefruit. That was Grapefruit, yeah, that was Grapefruit. Povich, the Dansby Swanson, Stanton, Mikolos, Romo, Langoliers, Seager, Bassett, Vladdy, Sr., and Carlos Correa. Hi, Oreo. Harrison, wrong stack. Tofar, Darvish, Dingler, Scott, Morel, Detroit Tigers, Berger, Stevenson, Wheeler, and Vladdy Jr. Go coach a Little League team or high school or something. I think the problem is he doesn't play well with others. So I'm not sure anybody's going to want him on as a coach. And at least, I'm not sure he's got the... That's a nice looking Ohtani. Of course, I'm not sure he has the ability to be a sportscaster. Because that requires playing nicely with others as well. I've not been inspired when I've seen him speak. So I'm not sure he's cut out for being an announcer or sportscaster of some variety. Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, that's an Aqua. Aquas, I guess, aren't numbered. So the base silver ones aren't numbered, and the Aqua ones aren't numbered. Yeah, it requires not being an asshole. It's weird. I thought just the silver ones weren't numbered. Little James Wood, too. Mr. Kobe Mayo. That's a good one. Hello. Louder. Mountcastle. Correa. Clemente. Dubon, Castillo, Blackburn, Strata, Schmitty, and Raffy D. Okay, come on, let's get a big one. I don't think I've seen a single auto out of these, at least out of the boxes I've opened. Would love to pull one of you guys an auto here. Tyler Phillips. We got Spencer Steer in the foil, and Brooks Lee. All right, last pack in box number 3. Hook, McNeil, Finnegan, Yankees, Ella De La Cruz, Slam Dunk, Cole, Soderstrom, Baft, Kershaw, Bryce Harper. Again, these cards just look so good. The camera does not do them justice. Those are really nice looking cards. And Julio. Here we go. Manny Machado, Noel, Abbott, Skeens, Yoshida, Taylor, Carter, Padres, Berger, Bassett. We've got a Charlie Blackmon foil and Jose Ramirez, little J Ram. This one's weird. This one's very weird because we're starting off. This pack is all upside down and backwards. So we've got ourselves. Okay, that's why. I've not seen a numbered spring training. It's a Cactus League. Kettle Marte to 99. I have not seen one of those before. I didn't realize you could get these in numbered variations. We're not doing too bad. This is our third numbered card out of 4 boxes. And of a good player, D-backs, Kettle Marte, 37/99. Nice. I was experiencing Turner Rogers pretty good. Norby, CES, Schwarber, Povich, O'Hearn, Shadul, Festa, Stevens, I forgot this nice little James Wood, and Nolan Arenado. Dansby, Carlos Stanton, Harrison, Tovar, Arch Schindler, Bering, Wheeler, Mena. You got a Seth Lugo, Sand, and then a Mookie Betts. Carlos Correa, Darvish, Dingler, Altuve, Soler. That's weird. Alcantara, Jung, Joey, Brennan, Cease, Machado, and Lindor. Razarino, Fiducia, Peterson, Vinny P, the Cubbies, Umo, Hernandez, Dubon, Castillo, McGreevy, Blackburn, and Bobby Witt. All right, Mr. Clemente, Cactus League. Leon Thompson. Rosario Dos Gentry. Bush, Estrada, Phillips. The Grapefruit League, Dylan Cruz, and Ronald Acuna. Acuna. Acuna? Acuna. Brandon Lowe, Louder, Kelnick, Tees, Dell, Reagans, Nicholas, Garrett Cole, Soderstrom, Pfaff, Clayton Kershaw, and Juan Soto to end that box. All right, one more box to go. Let's get an auto out of this one. Again, I haven't seen an auto out of any of these that I've opened. I know it's possible. All right, Donnie, you have a wonderful night, my friend. Take it easy. Maybe I'll catch you on Saturday. All right, box number 5 for you, Al. Let's make the last one a good one. The Cubbies. Mize, Lee, Wong, Soler, Ward, Garcia, Armstrong, Cal Raleigh, and Corbin. Coleman, Dallas Multipass. Jeffers, Irvin, Mullins, Alcantara, Jung, Cubbies, Nato, Sweeney, Marsh, and Trouty. Nice Bobby Witt Jr., Kevin Bishop lead the Royals. Go Twins. That's right. Opener tomorrow. Perdomo, Lois, Vladdy, Dermo, Tesco Hernandez, Rosario, Lee, Suarez, Angel Martinez, Gray, Jackson Churio in the throwback, and then Harper. Yelich, Garcia, Phillies, Sintus, Adele, Reagans, Hins, Green, Suarez, and Shohei. Hernandez, Taylor, Cian, Bush, Mikolas, Romo, Keller, Bliss, Freddie Freeman, Pep, Pujols, and Skeens. This is a short print. 547. No, it's the same. For some reason that one struck me as a short print. Mr. Trout, Bobby Witt, Burleson, Jung, Lears, Scott, Naylor, Corbin, Red Sox. Oh, we got something extra here, maybe. Oh, we got, okay. How about a Mr. Bobby Witt Jr. home field advantage? That's pretty nice. Super extra short print, from what I understand these are. Not bad out of a blaster, my friend. Home field advantage. Bobby Witt Jr. Hey, what's up, Smitty? Nice looking one. Very nice. That looks good. Nice hit. Mr. Al out of your last box. Second to last pack. Got a little foil for Mr. Doyle. Foil for Mr. Doyle in another J-Ram. All right, last pack magic. Can we pull anything else out here for you? Hap, Nemo, Chanel, Morel, Tigers, Toro, Scooble, Neto, Lugo, Brett, and Nolan Arenado. All right. So out of 5, we've got this giant stack of rookies and inserts, which is pretty darn good for 5 blasters. But then we also picked up 3 numbered cards and 1 not numbered. Starting off the big one with Bobby Witt, home field advantage. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mariachi? Nice little Kettle Marte to 99 in the Cactus League pattern. Then we got Luis Castillo in the Purple Sand 250 to 250, if I remember right. Yep, 250 to 250. And then the Aqua Sand for the Tampa Bay Rays, which is not numbered. So out of 5, I mean, you got four hits out of 5 blasters. That's pretty good odds. Pretty good, in my opinion, now. All right. Thank you, Mr. Al, for pointing out those boxes so I could break them for you. Let me get back to this 1982 hack for Mr. Okay, it should show up now. There it goes. Mr. Steve Allen. There's your link to the 82 football pack if you're interested. Not sure if you ordered it yet or not. Okay. Well, while you guys are deciding your next purchase, I'll just go ahead and start pity sleeving up Al's cards. I did a punch walk of a endoscopy suite this morning for, I don't know how long I was out there, 5 hours. It's just bending over, stretching up high, looking at shit, and my back is not as nimble as it used to be. You guys are all having a wonderful week. Trying to get everything snuck in by the end of the month because I can't let anything bleed into next week, really. Oh, not necessarily next month, because I got vacation, baby. I got to get everything all squared up in Dunzo. Hey, what's up, Mr. Melcher? How's your week going, sir? There's not been a Craigo sighting this evening. There's Craigo. That's right, Craigo. I do appreciate the bar restaurant recommendations. 2 of them are like a couple blocks away from my hotel I'm staying at, so definitely going to check those out. I think Craigo was just waiting for you to show up, Melch. How's your week going, Craig? Also, how's your week going, Mr. Melch? You didn't answer that question earlier. All right, looks like we got an order in. Order up for Steve. He's going to be our first purchase of the evening. He's going to pick up some 82 Fleer and 82 Tops. Football, all right. I'm going to get you a 76 football spot. That probably won't show up until tomorrow afternoon. I've got it early morning. I've got to be on the other side of town to go walk my big project, my new tower over at one of the big hospitals here in the valley. Mr. Cuffman, you are never a deadbeat. Anyone here in Vintage Breaks West that contributes to the chat doesn't have to spend a dime. You contribute to the what makes VB West great. That's the chat. Man, I wish I had Heritage high number sell. I know you dislike Heritage for unknown reasons, but what I don't like is how run up the prices on Heritage. The Paul Skeens tax, as people refer to it now. At least last I paid any attention on Blowout, they were selling boxes for like $220, $230. I mean, historically, Heritage has been a $120 product in the last few years, I think. What's up, Mr. Perry? Oh, that's right, Mr. Perry. You're in Washington, D.C. with Lily this week. How's the trip been so far? What have you seen? What have you eaten? Anything interesting? Oh, yeah, no, the new job's great. I kind of, most of my projects are little tenant improvement type things that are, like we're building, like freestanding medical office buildings and then infilling them with various things. Like I've got one project that we're doing a urology suite for a doctor, and then we're doing a orthopedics clinic. We've got a cardio clinic. We've got a kind of like a generic doctor's office, and then another different competing orthopedics suite in the same building, and then another one of our big MOBs. We've got dentistry. We've got like a big rehab facility going into it. But then what I'm most excited about is the big big tower projects. But those are hospitals don't do big tower projects that often, so those are few and far between. So I'm very excited to very excited to do the new hospital project, or new hospital tower project ground up. See as much as we can until Lily. Oh no! Influenza B. Oh goodness, that is still good, Mr. Perry. Man, are you guys going to cut the vacation short and head home? That sucks. Yeah, my issue with Heritage is the buybacks. I don't like those. I think if they're going to do buybacks, they should be of good cards, good player. Like they could be well loved cards of Hall of Fame players or good rookies or whatever, but not a dime bin random card as your quote unquote heritage hit. I believe they've got a mega product. Actually, according to what they're sending me, they do have blasters because they're sending me 4 for Saturday's show. Not sure where they came with only 4 blasters and 2 hobby boxes to send me for Saturday's show because I'm pretty sure I'll run through that in about an hour. But it is what it is. Craig, man, I wish we could. That would be awesome. Unfortunately, like most of the world, all these, at least not necessarily for the hospital, like work with the hospitals direct, but like all these medical office buildings, work with these doctor suites, are all done by developers. They have nothing to do with medicine. They just develop for medical professionals. So the doctors just lease the space. So it's kind of funny. That's good. She's on the back end of it. Hopefully, when do you guys leave? Maybe she gets better and you guys can go see some more stuff. No, real doctors. These are all real doctors. These are all real healthcare. I mean, because most of them are so like one of my projects is associated with the Abrazo Health System. Another one's associated with the Chandler Regional Medical Center. Another one's associated with Banner, and the other there's a couple that are with Honor Health. Yeah, no, that's probably a good idea. I mean, for her, it's probably nice to just have a couple days in the hotel room with room service and stuff, just playing on her iPad or computer or whatever, watching TV and movies and stuff. Yes, hopefully you guys can get in some more attractions. Steve, I'll break your packs for just a minute. Just want to finish penny sleeving up these rookies and inserts for Al. Oh, excuse me. So what'd you guys get to see before Lily got sick, Charles? It's always weird for me to say Charles to somebody else. Sounds like I'm talking to myself. Talk to the third person. Yeah, exactly. It's just weird. So I usually refer to Charles Perry as Mr. Perry. It's always weird when I say Charles for some reason. Again, I think I'm talking to myself. All right. Let's see here, Steve. You got the 82 football, then you got 2 of the 82 Fleers. I've got 3 82 Fleers available. Which one do you not want? You do not want number 1. All right, we'll put number 1 back. Get these guys going. Okay. All right, let's continue our search for Mr. Ripken first. And then we'll look for LT. All right, good luck, Steve. The classic Mariners logo. Mr. Hume, Waller, Alexander, Piccolo, Picky, something, Saucier, Bannister, Bastilla, Raleigh, Roberts, Lord, Dressen, Agustin, Herdon, Murphy, and Kirk Gibson. I think the only one of that entire group that I kind of recognize is Kirk Gibson. And I'm not even sure if I recognize that Kirk Gibson. That was not a good pack. Oh, cool. The Yankees logo. Love that. There's Mr. Carlton. Little off center. Checklist. Off center. Francona off center. Crowley. Powell. Lamar Johnson. Second checklist. Clear. Bonilla. Left. Man, there's something with these 82 packs, man. When I opened the first couple of times, my nose started to itch. Nose started to itch for these two. A third checklist. Bronte. Eddie Murray. And Goodwin. Alright, well, that first pack really sucked. Second pack at least had some stars in it. Unfortunately, all the stars were off-center. And also, unfortunately, you had 3 checklists in the one pack. $16,589. All right. Maybe we'll find an LT rookie for you. That would make up for it. Come on, LT. All right. Nielsen, Walker, Thurman. Let's get a little better centering too going here. Riggins, Franklin. We got John Harris and Everson Walls. Sternito, Cromwell. Got Tommy Kramer as your sticker. Pat Thomas. There's a Ronnie Lott. It's a little off center. That's pretty nice. Cromwell, Carr, Scott, Ray Wershing, and Dave Logan. I'm sorry, Steve, but those packs were not the best. I appreciate you taking a swing, though. A little Ronnie Lott action. Very nice. I think it's the second chase card out of this. Unfortunately, we've got a little print run happening over here, and it's off center. But nice looking pack fresh Ronnie Lott, though, for you. $16,589 S1 for Steve Allen, 82 Topps Football. All right. Oh, yeah. I thought it's... Oh, nice. I remember seeing the ruby slippers. I forget which museum that was at, but I remember that when I was there years ago. Lily's gotten big. I think the last time I saw her was like 4 years ago. Is that Nationals? Do you want me to share with the group, Mr. Perry, or not? I know some people get sensitive about sharing pictures of their kid. Sure? Okay. Oops. All right. Here we go. There's Mr. Perry and his daughter in the Oval Office. The resolution desk. Is this the actual Oval Office, White House too, or is this one of the mock-up Oval Offices that are around D.C.? Oops, wrong direction. Lincoln Memorial. Beautiful piece of architecture on the mall there. The ruby slippers. Definitely remember seeing those when I was there. I don't remember R2-D2 and C-3PO. I do remember the Ringling Brothers poster for whatever museum this is from. Very cool. Little Sesame Street action. Love it. Some cartoons. So we got Donald and Daffy Duck down here. Is this Sponge? That's SpongeBob SquarePants in the corner. Ford Theater. And that's it. Very cool. Glad you guys were able to see some stuff before Lily got knocked out of commission. Yeah, DC's fun. Lots of cool stuff to do. Lots of history. Regardless of what your political affiliation is, there's lots of cool stuff there to see. Oh man, yeah, you gotta turn the AC on. I'm both proud and maybe a little ashamed to admit that that I did not turn on my heat at all this winter. This fall, winter, or spring. Did not get turned on at all. My AC has been on for quite some time, though. I have not adjusted it up yet. If it's warmer than like 76 degrees in my house, I hate it. But I'm going to continue to hold it at 73 until it gets hotter. Oh man, hopefully she's feeling better tomorrow. Go to the National Archives tomorrow. Do you have to like get appointments and tickets and stuff now for that? I know. I mean, you know, it's been 10 years or so since I went. You could just walk in. All right, guys. Next person to spin a hundy at checkout will get a 76 football set break spot. Still want to open one of these X-Men Finest boxes. You pick up one of those. I'll hook you up with a what was the set break I said earlier? I'll hook you up with 55 All-American. We do have 2 spots down in the 20 at 50. And 1 spot down in the 12 at 100. We have about an hour left of the show. First 2 hours flew by, guys. Wow, that's crazy. What happened? Nah, Mr. Spellman, nothing big, unfortunately. Pack up Mr. Al's stuff while we chill out, chat, and wait for the next purchase. Yeah, Mr. Perry is in DC right now. Unfortunately, Lily got sick. So they're chilling in the hotel room until she's feeling better. Yeah, DC's definitely fun. I'd like to go back to the Air and Space Museum again after they've reworked it. Is the Air, Mr. Perry, is the Air and Space Museum remodel done? I mean, that was in progress 10 years ago, but it's the government. It takes forever to do anything. Oops. Yeah, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing and the Post Office Museum. The Air and Space Museum to me is very cool, but it's not a very long museum, for me at least. Of course, I'm saying that based on the old Air and Space Museum. I'm not sure what the new one is. New one looks like. Yeah, that is cool. Oh, that's true. You're right. Cherry blossom season. That's awesome. I know when I first went to DC, like when I don't remember what year it was in high school, but it was high school. First time I went to DC. We tried to time it for cherry blossoms, and when we went, it was like a week too early. Yeah, all the cool old architecture is so cool. All the cool old architecture is cool. Can you tell I'm from Georgia? My fine grasp of the English language. Yeah, the memorial is just a very solemn, sad place, and a couple places like that in DC. But it's good. It's really good history. Yeah. Treat Lily to some nice room service and some spoilage at the hotel. It's just as fun. Let's see. The zippy bag. Okay. Oh, awesome. Yeah, hopefully it stays away. Keep our fingers crossed. It stays away. It's the worst thing getting sick while you're on vacation. When I went to Berlin years ago, I spent 2 days in the hotel room. I get sick, but it's okay. Again, excuse to just lay in bed and rest and relax for a few days. What was funny at the trip to Berlin was we had a we were, I don't know what floor we were on, like the 20th floor or something of this high-rise hotel. And then across the way, there was a high-rise like apartment building or condo building or something. And there was this Asian family that lived in the unit. And that woman spent all day, every day, in the kitchen cooking and making stuff. Because like I enjoy like watching the world go by. Like I'll sit like on cruises or other things. I don't mind just sitting and doing nothing and just watching the world go by. But just watch this person for 2 days. Like that's all she did was cook in this kitchen. Cook, clean the kitchen, cook, clean the kitchen, cook, clean the kitchen all day, every day for the 2 days I was sick, and then. Yeah, DC would be cool to live in. Lots of cool stuff. It'd just be super expensive. Kind of like my same opinion of Las Vegas. I would love to live in Las Vegas, but I would also be broke and homeless. Oh yeah, the Natural History Museum is just fantastic. Of course, you're spoiled because of the museums in Chicago. Like I could spend a week in the Natural History Museum in Chicago. Yeah, I love museums. Whether it's science, nature, art, generic history, whatever. I just love museums. Nick Matty, actually, I have U of A to win the whole thing. So it'll be interesting to see how the Duke U of A game goes tomorrow. Yeah, I'll share with you guys what my current bracket looks like. Okay. My bracket could have gotten hit worse. Again, you guys know I'm not a basketball watcher, but so in our office we have 16 participants. I'm currently in 8th place. My current possible max score, if everything else gets perfect, is 1730. There are only 2 people ahead of me that have a max possible scoring greater than 1730, and one of them 1750 and the other one's 1770. 2 of the people ahead of me are 1460 and 1580. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. Not sure how much of my bracket you'll be able to see through the stuff on the screen, but so here's where I'm at. I got Auburn correct on this side, but I did not get Michigan. I was thinking that Texas A&M was going to beat Michigan. Again, like I mentioned, I've got Duke and Arizona. I got those both correct. And then I've got Arizona beating Duke, and I had MSU beating. Wait, I don't know how this is working. Oh, I have Auburn, but I have Michigan State beating here, and I've got Arizona over Alabama. So I got this bracket correct. I got Ole Miss, Michigan State. I got Michigan State winning. I've got BYU, Alabama winning. This bracket I got right too. Florida versus Maryland. I have Florida beat Maryland. This one I got wrong because I expected Clemson to win over here. So, but I still got Houston over Purdue now, which I don't think will be a problem. And then I got this bracket wrong. I got half of it right. Texas Tech over Arkansas, which I don't think should be a problem. And I got this bracket right. Kentucky over Tennessee. Again, you guys know that the only reason I'm picking Kentucky is because Grandma was always into Kentucky college basketball for whatever reason. It'll remain unknown. Then I've got Kentucky over Houston up here, Florida over TTU. I've got MSU over Florida, Arizona over Kentucky, and then Arizona taking the whole thing. That is my complete bracket analysis. Nothing more than just how far do I have Tennessee going? Where do I have Tennessee losing? Let's see here. Where's Tennessee at? You know, Steven, to be fair, I thought of you when I was making when I saw the Tennessee happen. So so understand that I had Tennessee going until they meet up with Kentucky. Now, Steven, I love you, man, but I got to go with Grandma's team. I just got to pick Grandma's team over you. If it wasn't Grandma's team, I would have picked Tennessee. If for some reason Kentucky didn't make this far, or wouldn't have made this far in my picks, it would be Tennessee for you, buddy. But I had to pick Grandma. I had to go with Grandma. Oh, Kentucky's beaten them twice already? So with my luck, that means that Tennessee's going to win this time. Because Kentucky's going to be overconfident. I'm just hoping Arizona upsets Duke. That's going to be the challenge. Number one versus number two. Yes, I've got 484 down, Stephen. Yeah, what time's the U of A Duke game tomorrow? 6:30? Yeah. That should be a good game for sure. Yeah, my bracket definitely hinges on that outcome. And actually, one of the other people that's ahead of me that has a high scoring potential also has U of A as the winner, so we'd both be serious hurt. I mean, the work bracket was $10. It's been worth the $10 worth of harassment to everyone in the office back and forth about who's winning and who's picked what and stuff. I've had more than $10 of entertainment out of it, so it's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I picked up another PSA 8. I think this is the one I picked up. I've got a couple here I need to file away. So I'm down to 45 cards left in my mini set. I right now have an 8.75 average. Oh, somebody bought something. What did somebody buy? Steven Garrett picked up a 1984 Donruss pack. All right, Steven. Would love to. I've got 4 here available. You want 1, 2, 3, or 4? Oops, that is not your order. That's your order. Pack number 3. Okay. Well, tonight be the night we pull the Donnie baseball. Ah, yes, Stephen, I'll be opening briefcases. About 40-ish minutes. Lisa number 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Donnie baseball. Here we go. All right. Puzzle card. All right. Centering's not bad. Wouldn't be a bad centering to get a Donnie baseball. Steve Lake. Ken Daly. George Foster. Centering went to crap all of a sudden. Britt Burns. Chambly. Willie Hernandez. Alan Bannister. Jamie Allen. Julio Cruz. Tippy Martinez, Storm Davis, Bob James, Joe Altobelli, Manny Sarmiento, and Spike Owen. Unfortunately, there was not Donnie baseball in this particular pack. In fact, I don't think there's anybody of note in this pack. Willie Hernandez sounds familiar. Hey, he played for the Cubs for a while. Chambly. Yeah, also missing something. George Foster was the best. I didn't recognize George Foster. Mets. I played for the Reds for a while. Yeah. Upper 200s, low 300 batting averages. I appreciate you breaking a pack with me, Steven. Still doesn't change my pick of Kentucky over Tennessee. Also, guys, anything that you've broken with me in the last week or so will be shipped to the north on Monday next week. just because breaks have been so slow, kind of collecting them to make a decent package, but I will definitely get them out before I leave for vacation. All right, guys. 16 people watching. A lot of you guys out there today. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. We will have one more show before I go on vacation. Then it'll be 2 weeks before my next show. So I'll be on this Saturday from 6 to midnight. I will have Heritage. I have a FedEx tracking number. It is inbound. If you want Heritage for me to break for you, you'll have to get in early because they only sent me, I believe, 2 hobby boxes and 2 blaster boxes. So that'll go ridiculously fast on my show. It's going to be an awesome product. I'm sure you've already seen some broken, but I'll be on 6 to 9. Not 6 to 9. 6 to midnight on Saturday. And then I will be off for 2 weeks. My next show will be on the 16th, April 16th. So you'll see me on Saturday the 29th this week, and then April 16th. So plan accordingly. There'll either be no show at night on Wednesdays or Saturdays, or they'll move around Gilmore or somebody else to do a night show on Wednesday and or Saturday. I do not know. Do not care, because I will not be around. So, yeah. So that's what's going on here, guys. Another half hour or so, and then we'll open up some briefcases. I think there's 4 or 5 briefcases. Let me take another look-see here. Yeah, we got Steve Allen, Charles Perry's got 2, Steven Garrett's got 2, all right, and Al Sutherland's got 1. 6 cases we're going to give away tonight. Just so everybody knows the briefcase prizes, we've got whites are going to be BAM spots, 1,000 points, and a 76 Topps football separating spot. Blues will be 83 Topps football and a 22 Topps 83 Topps football wax pack personal and a 22 Topps baseball blister pack. And then the hell's my next page up? There we go. Let's see here. That was the blues. Got some oranges. 93 Topps finest basketball hobby box 24 spot random pack spot. Reds are going to be 2008 hobby Bowman baseball hobby box. Wow, old 2008 Bowman baseball hobby box. That's a nice price. You've got a 63 Topps Bob Gibson and a 94 Gaudy Leo DeRocher in the Reds. Some nice red prizes. I like those. All right, what else is going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? Did you guys buy any Heritage today? Did anybody get any heritage today? What did you pull anything? Oh, Orio's back in his bed. Let's see. Here he is. There's Mr. Oreo. Make sure you guys get some Oreo time in. It's been a while. You know how he is. Sometimes he wants to be in his bed, sometimes he doesn't. As soon as I start talking about him, he gets out of his bed. Hopefully Mr. Spellman saw him. You got a box and only got a Skeens base. Ugh. Yeah, I think I mentioned. I think I talked about it in the last show, maybe, or maybe it's just all in my head. So you guys have been around for a while. I broke a couple boxes when I went to Australia on the cruise ship, which was fun. So I want to do a similar thing this year, but I didn't want to bring like a hobby box or something to have a whole bunch of cards to like lug back and forth. So I want to do like I think when I did that I did like a triple threads and a Inception box or something like that, like two smaller boxes. And so I was looking to do kind of a similar break, but like all those smaller boxes are like $400-$500 now for at least the last year or two. It's like, man, I'm just not gonna do it. Just not gonna bother. I'll save my money for Platinum Anniversary, which apparently is not coming out until August. I know earlier I think I might have mentioned there was a rumor that was going to come out in May, but apparently there's a new rumor that it's not going to come out until August. But it is confirmed it is going to come out. It's just a matter of when at this point. So that's what's going on. So is there not a break credit store anymore? I believe that went away with the reworking of the. No, there's still a reward store. Yeah, there's still a reward store. It's still out there. It's along the top bar. Reward store. Yes, maybe that's my feeling too. I was super hyped to pick that up, and maybe the rumor that I read most recently was wrong, but supposedly it came from somebody that works for Topps, that they're still working on the design, so it's not in print production yet. So August. But who knows? I could also go to a forum and say I work for Topps and it's going to come out tomorrow. So I have my ComC credit for Blowout ready to go to buy some cases. I would agree, Craigo. Which I guess it's not a bad thing, because then I can kind of... Because I was probably going to buy more than my break credit. Or not my break... I don't have break credit. More than my ComC credit would allow me to buy on Blowout. So I've spent some cash on buying some cases. So that money I would buy on cases, I could now focus on using that for my Nationals fund, since now Platinum Anniversary is going to come out after Nationals, for what it looks like. So it's more money for Nationals. Which is only 126 days away, guys. We are rapidly approaching under 100 days. We'll be in double digits soon. Let's see, my next show, so I'll be back. So next week will be 7 days. So it's 2 weeks from my next show? 3 weeks. I don't math very well. 1, 2, 3. So 7, 14. So my next show will be 21 days from now. So it'll be almost at 100 days. My next Wednesday show. I know a lot of you here in chat are going to be there. Stephen G. Talking to you, Stephen. Maybe not this year, but next year. Hopefully you can get a trip up to Chicago for 2026's National. I know Mr. Spellman's going to be there. I think Smitty's going to be there. Smitty, you're going to be there, right? I know Melcher would like to go but can't go. Craig, are you going to come to National this year? Nick Mattiacci's waiting for his passport renewal / criminal record to be cleared so he can come into the state. Mr. Cuffman, I don't believe, is coming this year, but it'd be cool if you could. Let's see. That's pretty much everyone's currently chatting up with it. You're going to try. Awesome. Like I've said over and over again, even if your entire budget gets eaten up by getting to Nationals, staying at Nationals, eating out whatever you need to get, to be at Nationals, and you don't have any budget to spend on cards, it is worth it for the experience. Having some budget's fun too, because you always see stuff you never see. That's my big problem with eBay. Is it's so hard to find stuff you're not looking for. That's what I love about auction, REA, Love of the Game, Memory Lane, etc., all the big auction houses. You find stuff that you never knew existed, or never knew you wanted. Same thing goes for the Nationals or any big card show. You find stuff you didn't know existed. Leave the kids at home. Put out a couple boxes of cereal, a couple gallons of milk. We'll be fine. Reason number 8,543. I do not have kids, because that's exactly what I would do. Or bring it with us. Lots of cool stuff in Chicago. Talking about earlier, tons of awesome museums. Take it to a baseball game. The Cubs will be playing that weekend. I'm going to a game. I can't remember if it's Friday or Saturday. I think it's Friday or Saturday. Well, whatever. Somebody else out of the group is planning that. He's just going to tell me how much money to give him and when to show up. We'll see what we can do for it if it's fair. I mean, come on, a day pass is only $20. Well, hopefully you and I can go out and have a good meal. Get some get a little Luminalities at the source. Yeah, actually, I don't think you were in here earlier, Mr. Perry. Joseph Toya was in the chat earlier. I actually had dinner with him last Saturday. Sorry, he was in town for spring training with him and the family, and him and I went out to dinner, and we actually went to Lou Malnati's out here and had ourselves a pizza and beer. Very good people. Another good vintage breaker. Good people. Good people. Nice to meet him in person. Oh yeah, Craig? Awesome. Tour trainings were great. Yeah, I ended up going to 5 this year. Only 2 Cubs games. The rest were various either work related events, and then one with a friend of mine that happened to be at the Diamondbacks. I'm going to be at the far side of town tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. It might be. Hopefully I don't have to turn on that fan for a couple more months. All right, we got a last minute order for Mr. Perry. Wants me to open a little wax for him. An 84 pack. All right, we'll do a little Donnie baseball hunting. Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Top, bottom, middle. Top, bottom, middle, Mr. Perry. It's the Magic fan. All right, middle pack. Oops. All right, Mr. Perry. Donnie baseball time. Donnie baseball. All right. Got a little face on that one. Leave it. Yeah. Espino. Holland. Al Williams. Gene Richards. Brooke Jacoby. Bob Forsch. Dave Hostetler. Don Darling, rated at rookie. Rosema. Falcone. Von Hayes. Anderson. Maldonado. David Von O'Hillen, and Jorge Orta. Jorge Orta sounds familiar. I don't know why. But unfortunately, no Donnie Baseball in that box. Again, nobody in that box pack I recognize. Yes, a Darling rookie, but was Ron Darling any good? I don't I don't remember the name. In 83, he had a 2.8 ERA. He only played 5 games, 35 innings. Mets fans loved him. You'd think there's got to be a winner in one of these. But also, 84 Donruss is like a 600 card set, and we only get 15 cards per pack. Charles Perry, 84 Donruss baseball. 16,591, right? Yeah, 16,591. 660. Yeah, big number. Big number. A lot of cards looking for one guy. But I appreciate you taking the shot, trying to look for that one guy. Yeah, lots of good players. We're still, playing in the '80s. Just the one you're looking for is definitely hard. Yeah, I think like last we talked about all the stuff. Actually, I think this conversation I had with Joseph actually on Saturday was that the '80s stuff is becoming more and more popular, more and more expensive. It's not going to go. It's never going to be crazy, expensive. But especially everyone in this chat, we're all 40s, early 50s. The '80s was when we grew up watching baseball, so we're trying to, we've got a little disposable income. We're trying to buy those cards for the players we grew up loving, and some people are trying to put together, PSA 10 sets, and PSA 10s are hard to come by. That's why, like we were showing earlier, that 89 Donruss case sold for, $800 with the juice and shipping and everything. We used to be able to do 89 Donruss cases for like, $100, $150 at shows. Hey, what's up, Mr. Kamikaze? How are you doing tonight? Got about 10, 15 minutes left of the show until we give away the briefcase if anybody wants to get on anything. Looks like we've got no chance of giving away the 10 and 100, or 12 and 100 or briefcase tonight. What? Mount Kilauea just erupted? Oh yeah, are active again. Little spewing action. Yeah, the live webcam is currently nothing but a smoke-filled screen. Okay, guys, I need to use the restroom real quick. I'll be back momentarily. So let me check something real quick as well first. All right. All right, I've returned. Anybody make a purchase while I was gone? I know I wasn't gone for very long. Nope. Oh, all right, guys, we got a few minutes left here. Anybody want to make a purchase here to get in on anything that's happening? Now is the time. Now is the time. Otherwise, we'll resume stream at 6 o'clock on Saturday. We do have to do the briefcases tonight. Don't worry. Still haven't forgot about you guys, the briefcases. We got 6 or so to give away tonight. Hopefully you hit a couple reds. We've had a kind of a long streak of not hitting reds on the show, so I'd like to hit some reds. Something real quick, guys. Oh, nice. Thanks, Steven. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. A new restaurant opened up near me that does exclusively klatschkes. I think some of you guys have been around for a long time. On occasion, I've mentioned that a large portion of my ancestry is of Czech, Polish descent. So super excited about the new klatschke restaurant that opened near me. That's all they serve. They do breakfast, lunch, and early dinner. I think they close early, but primarily breakfast and lunch. Freaking delicious, both the savory and the dessert ones. I finally tried them today for the first time after they opened. Oh my god. Fan-freaking-tastic. Reminds me of some of the klatschkes my mom used to make. That sausage and gravy one, that... I had sausage and gravy one, a barbecue, pulled pork barbecue with cheese and jalapenos, and a... What was it, like a kielbasa with cheese and jalapenos. Oh my god, they were all freaking amazing. So good. Freaking amazing. It might be a problem, the proximity of this new restaurant to my house. And me leaving early in the morning to go do... They offered all those ones with jalapenos in a non-jalapeno version. So you'd be good, Steven. But given the proximity of the restaurant to my house, and especially the summer starting where I'm going to have to leave the house earlier to do to job sites, so a lot of times I get kind of lazy during the summer and I don't get up early enough to have breakfast before I leave the house, so I usually stop at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or someplace to pick up some McMuffins or sausage biscuits or whatever. So this could be a problem. It could be a problem. Oh yeah, breakfast dinner is fantastic. Yeah, I'm always eating like eggs and breakfast sausage for dinner. A little toast. Oh. Oh, and I also had a blueberry klatschke for dessert. And that blueberry klatschke was freaking oh. I'm gonna have dreams about this dinner this meal tonight. All right, guys, few minutes left. Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. I don't know if I've never done that before. I personally, I've said this a lot. I know a lot of people have a hot opinion about this. I like pizza when it's hot, But I don't like pizza when it's reheated. I prefer my pizza cold if it's not hot. Hate me if you want to, but that's how I like my leftover pizza. I like it cold. Yeah, you have 2 cases tonight, Steven. Good luck, man. I hope, like I said, we've had a drought of red cases on the West. So I would really like to give away some red cases tonight. Yeah, microwave does kill the taste, and you can reheat it in the oven, but yeah, I can't say I've ever tried to reheat it in a frying pan before. That'd be a good test maybe next time I have pizza. Alright, I think we're close enough to give away some briefcases. Alright, let's get the briefcase page up here. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Briefcase time, briefcase time. We got Mr. Stephen Garrett with our first case, number 7 tonight. Good luck, Mr. Garrett. Starting off with a white. Those briefcase noises are extraordinarily loud. Alright, number 8 for Mr. Perry. Good luck. Come on. Alright, we got a blue. A little bit better. Topps Football Wax Pack. 22 Topps Blister Pack. That's actually a pretty good blue case. I like that one. Charles Perry, number 13. Oh, man, another white. Bam, 1,076 spot. All right, come on, red for Stephen Garrett on 14 for Ernie Banks. Let's do it. Oh, man. I really wanted to give you a red one. I tried, Steven. I thought positive thoughts. Just didn't happen. All right, Steve Allen, number 18. All right, we got a red for Steve Allen. Here we go. All right, Steve. Which one of the red prizes did you get? The 2008 Bowman Baseball Hobby Box for potential Clayton Kershaw rookie. That's a nice prize. Be sure to let us know how it does when you get it. We'll ship that out to you. Awesome hit, Mr. Allen. All right, case number 24. Here we go. White. I think I've got a couple more cases to open. One more case to open. Maybe we can wait second red. Or maybe an orange. I think orange is the other color. I forget what the other color is. Yeah, one more for Al. Al Sutherland gets the last case. Number 31. Good luck. All right, we got a gold. All right, we did a red, a gold, a blue, and a couple whites. Can't remember what the gold prizes were off the top of my head. 93 Topps Finest Basketball Hobby Box Random Pack. Okay, big potential out of that. Big potential out of that. All right, those are the briefcases for the night, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I had some better case for some of you guys, but unfortunately that's the way it was. I will be back Saturday, 6 midnight. Want some Heritage? If you want Heritage for me to rip, you want me to rip Heritage for you, be sure to tune in early because I'm sure it'll go fast. In the meantime, guys, you all have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take it easy. Be safe and be kind out there. Good night.